crashed. Hang on. Am I back? I'm sorry if that crashed. I don't know what's going on with the connection with Twitch. There's been a few issues just recently with streaming. I've noticed it anyway. So I'm just trying to keep in mind here the direction of the feathers. You're back. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why it crashes. It says everything's fine at this end, which is weird. So I didn't know there was a problem until you said it had crashed. It all just looked, yeah, it looked fine here. I think I might need to add a little bit of a warmer yellow over some of this. Just because of how some of these colours look. So I'm just keeping in mind the stitch length and the direction of the feathers. I keep looking at my reference photo and just sort of making sure that I am getting everything flowing in the right direction. It's the same as when you're using coloured pencils. You just want to make sure that the fur is going in the right direction, that it helps create the underlying bone structure and the musculature that goes on underneath. So just trying to be aware of that, really. Oh, the needle is caught in the thread. There we go. that. So have you got any nice plans for the weekend? Are you doing anything? We're not sure what's happening at the moment. It's just one of those weekends where everything's all up in the air. I think we're just going to have to play it by ear, to be honest. It's it's just one of those situations where you can't really plan. So I know I'm being quite vague. I am doing that deliberately, obviously, just to sort of protect the privacy of the people involved. But it's yeah, so we don't know where we're going to be. Hey Faisal! How you doing? Hopefully going to my RC hobby shop tomorrow. Oh, is that like remote control? Remote control vehicles? Yeah. So what do you have then? Do you have a plane? A car? What do you actually RC? Mostly cars, but pretty much anything. Oh, okay. I think we have a club near us, actually, because we frequently see in one of the open spaces near us, a lot of people go there and fly their aeroplanes around, their little RC aeroplanes around, and it can be quite a noise. Sometimes we've got like 4 or 5 of them all up in the air. I know Rosie doesn't like it because she's not used to the noise or what these things are. But how long have you been doing that? Is it something that you've always done, or is it something that you've just got into recently? Right, so I need... most dogs don't seem to like the cars. They chase them around the field that I play at. I can imagine. I think it just it activates that hunter instinct in them, isn't it? They see something on the ground, so they think it's like a rabbit or a squirrel or something. Because Rosie goes crazy for squirrels, and Mango doesn't like, little things on the ground, so guinea pigs and stuff. But I like seeing some of the stunts that they do, because some people are really, really good with their RC aeroplanes, and I've always wondered if they have like race courses for things like that you can actually go and compete at, and I don't know, do they have that? I've always done it. Dad used to do the hobbies, thought I'd give it a go. Oh, excellent. Excellent, you got something you can talk to your dad about. It's nice when you have a shared interest with a parent. Right, I need something just a little bit... Is that a little bit more? Yeah. I don't think that's too much. I can remember my brothers having RC cars, but they never really got into it. And James actually has a RC car. I've not seen it in years though, so God knows what he's done with it, or whether he broke it or something. But it wasn't like a children's one that you give to children. It was a proper from an RC hobbyist store. So this bit comes here. Okay. I can remember him buying parts for it only a few years ago to repair it and things. And I think he started on that, and then he got into drones, and so the whole drone thing took over. But you're on a 3-stream streak, Faisal. Saw James the other month fix his drone. Yeah, he does a little bit. I think he does more with his drones now than he does. He'll no doubt get flying those again as we get the better weather. It's too cold to go out anywhere at the moment. Oops. Oopsie, 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 oopsie. Right, I need to switch to a grey. Need to sharpen my scissors as well. My scissors are starting to get blunt. I played a little bit to the left today, and I noticed that they've got an expansion pack that is cupboards and drawers, and it's only like $4.99. So there's no doubt that I'm going to end up buying that, because I really like it as a game. Ow. Stabbing myself with the needle. I saw a really funny t-shirt earlier to do with stitching. And it was something along the lines of that we could easily. Now it's something like I do stitching so that I don't kill someone. Because if anything, my hobby has proven that I have the patience to stab something 1,000 times. And it's something along those lines. And I just, as I'm sitting here stabbing the fabric with the needle, it just made me think of that. I thought it was funny. And I've been watching CSI, so you know, I know all about crime scenes. That's the thing that's annoyed. That was another thing that's annoyed me. Is I started watching CSI on Netflix, and it starts at season 10. Why? Why not start at season one so I can? I mean, I can remember watching the first few seasons when it first came out on Sky, and obviously stopped watching for various reasons. Just stopped watching TV in general, and but anything I do watch these days tends to be Netflix or YouTube or Twitch. Um, Occasionally BBC iPlayer, but I watch it all on my iPad. I don't sit in front of my TV. I watch it on my iPad, and I'm just like, if you're gonna bring a TV series into Netflix or anything, why only bring it in at a certain point? Because Becca was telling me she was watching a show the other day on Netflix, and she was like, "Oh, that looks interesting." And she clicked on it, and it started at season 4. And it's like, what is the point of that? I, I genuinely don't understand the point of that. I mean, clearly, if you want to encourage viewer numbers, it would help to start at the beginning, or am I missing something? Is there something that I don't understand in regards to that? I mean, at least with something like CSI, you can come in at series 10 and not worry about what you might have missed, because each episode is generally a story within itself, and you don't get too much progression of the actual characters' backstories the way you would in, say, Grey's Anatomy, where you have to watch from the very beginning to understand the history and understand the relationships, because Grey's Anatomy is more about the characters' backstories than about the medicine, even though, some medical episodes are thrown in there for interest. But in CSI, the actual crimes and how and why a murder was committed is more important than the characters' backstories, which is the big distinction. And so you're able to come in at series 10 and understand what's going on and not feel like you've missed anything. But I know, having watched from the very beginning, that, we had Grissom in the original CSI, who was the insect specialist, and I loved Grissom. And I would have liked, I've not watched it for years and years and years. I would have liked to have gone back to watch that. I would have liked to have gone back. There was one episode, spoiler alert, where a character called Nick, who is one of the CSI team, is buried underground in like a glass coffin, and a camera feed from his coffin is relayed to the people at the CSI, and the way they work out where he is because eventually ants get into the coffin, and Grissom is able to capture an image of the ant as it crawls across the camera lens and discover that it's a very unique ant that is only found in certain areas, and so they're able to narrow it down and find him that way. So I love that episode, and I would love to have watched that episode again. But yeah, series 10 they've started me on, so just gonna have to deal. Right, a little bit of grey. I must say that I have stopped watching Grey's Anatomy. I loved Grey's Anatomy, but I stopped watching it at about season 14, I think, or season 15. I just couldn't. I just couldn't continue. There were so many new characters being brought in and characters that I didn't particularly like. A lot of the characters that I loved had been killed off. And it was just a case of, yeah, I'm not going to carry on with that. I hate it when you know there's more episodes out, but it isn't on the channel, so you have to watch it somewhere else. Exactly. 100%. 100% agree with you. So I'm just darkening up this grey now. Damn it, I can feel a big knot on the back of that. There we go. So I'm putting this darker grey on the underside of the belly, because obviously that's where the shadows are. There's less light to this part. So this part is getting this bit of grey, and then I'll go over with an even darker grey just over the top. Just a couple of threads, just to really hammer home the darker grey. dark grey over here. How are you getting on with that jigsaw? I'll have a look in a minute because I'm going to have to come off soon. Right, let's tie this off and then it will need to go darker, but I'm going to have to save that to next week. Right, let's see how you're getting along with that jigsaw. Hang on. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, wow. I can still see there's lots of pieces that still need to go in, but oh my god, you've done so much. 135 pieces, Panda. That's amazing. Let's just have another look at the main picture. Cool. Cool. Okay. Alright, well that is where I'm going to leave it today, chat. I would go on a little bit longer, but we've had... well, I mean, normally I would have gone on a little bit longer, but we've had a lot of stuff go on today. And I just want to try and get a bit more of that sorted. And just relax for a bit. So yeah, can't really say any more, to be honest, but thank you for spending this short amount of time with me this evening. I appreciate your company as ever, and I hope that you all have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy your visit to your hobby shop tomorrow, Panda, and don't spend too much money. But yeah, have a great weekend, everybody, and stay safe, keep well, and I will see you all here back on Monday. We'll be back with the dragon drawing on Monday. If everything goes according to plan, it will. But yeah, Have a great time, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you on Monday. So take care, everybody. Bye.